You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County, Monday through Wednesday at 10 a.m. and Thursday at 11 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world listening to the sound of my voice. It is indeed a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. Right now it's 74 degrees going up to a high of 84, so it's going to be pretty warm. However, we're going to get some rain. So this afternoon we're going to got 20% chance of showers. That's not bad. You know, because 20% down here mean it could rain on across the street. Don't rain on this side of the street. Rain for 5 seconds and be hot all over again. So that's not really that bad. So it's a good thing. Anyway, so happy to be here with you this morning. Hope that you're having a great day so far. It's Tuesday, May the 5th, Cinco de Mayo. It's Cinco de Mayo, baby. It's also Taco Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday in my house anyway. Nope, we are not Mexican. Nope, we just like tacos, especially my daughter. She loves tacos. So today is Taco Tuesday. So we're going to be having tacos to celebrate Taco Tuesday. We always have tacos on Tuesday. I kind of want something else. Well, that's not true because last Tuesday, we had quesadillas. Still something Mexican, right? Yeah. Sheltering in, you know, we done gained like 10 pounds and whew, now we got to get out and exercise and walk it off. But it's okay. It's all good. It's all good because we're all safe, and thank God for that. My condolences go out to one of my best friends in New Jersey. She lost her aunt to COVID virus yesterday. I've known her aunt since I was 14 years old because they're like my family. She's like my sister, and my heart goes out to the family and friends of Miss Ella. So rest in heaven. I know you're up there with the rest of the angels that we've lost this year, and last year and the rest of these years, but especially this year, the COVID virus. So that makes the third person that's pretty close to me that have moved on because of COVID-19. It's still out there. It's still rampant. You got to still be safe. I don't care if they did open up the states and open up the cities and open up the counties and all that kind of stuff. You still got to be safe because it's still out there. She went to get an IV therapy and she never came home. So she went in. She was supposed to come home the next day after IV therapy, and she never made it home. And so that's how crazy it is, and it's still out there and it's still happening. So right now she's joining my Uncle Marvin and she's joining my friend Bruce in heaven. And hey, we're going to love and we miss all you. We're going to miss all you guys. So rest in heaven, Aunt Ella. That's what we call her, Aunt Ella. Rest in heaven. All right, anyway, I'm going to get on to our horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Michael Thyssen. But before that, I want to give a shout out to all the teachers because it is National Teachers Day. National Teachers Appreciation Day. Listen, we know that teachers are the most underpaid, under-recognized group out there. Well, maybe not. It's a couple of groups out there that are probably unpaid, underpaid, and unrecognized. But today is National Teachers Day, National Teachers Appreciation Day. I want to give a shout out to all the teachers out there doing a great job with our kids, especially in this times when, you know, right now things are not as usual. But a lot of them have been doing a great job. Thank you for that. My brother is a teacher, so shout out to you, Coach Bell. You know, he's a great teacher. He's a great mentor to those kids. He's a father figure to a lot of them. He's also a football coach. And, you know, he told me, he's like, you know, sometimes I'm like a father figure to a lot of these kids. He's a disciplinarian. Like, he keep them on track. Like, he keep them on track. And he's a good guy all around. So, happy Teachers Appreciation Day to all the amazing teachers out there who take care of our children and make sure that they're safe and make sure that they're learning so they can be able to be great community leaders and great business owners and great corporation runners and all that good stuff. So kudos to you guys. I know some of you are still home, working from home. Stay safe. All right, let's move on to our horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Michael Thyssen. Today is Cinco de Mayo, Tuesday, May the 5th, 2020. We're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. Your obviously unique way of doing things has caught the eye of someone in a higher position. Try making some changes to your appearance and your attitude that will reinforce just that. Romantic relationships should stabilize. Okay, make some changes. People are watching. So whatever you've been doing, it looks good. So it's going to, higher ups are looking at you. So good luck on whatever that means for you today, Aries. Taurus, you always seem to spend more time than you make. Travel will be favorable. You can gain approval, get kudos, and ask for help if you put a little heart into your speech or request. Listen, go with a little bit of, I really need your help. Sometimes we just kind of cocky, a little egotistical, so we don't really ask the right way, and then we don't get it, and we wonder why. Well, that's the way you said it. It's not what you said, it's how you said it. How many people have heard that before? I've heard it before. It's not what you said, it's how you said it. I've heard it before. So, Taurus, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So, if you want to get what you want to get, it's the way you say it. Put a little heart into it. You know what I mean? A little empathy. Show you care. And you're probably going to get what you want if you do that. Gemini, friends and relatives may not understand your needs. Go out with friends. You may find yourself in an uncomfortable situation if you have overloaded your plate unintentionally. All right, so they may not understand what you need today, Gemini, so you might want to explain it to them. If you want them to help you and you want them to understand what you need, then you might want to make sure they're clear about what it is. They can't read minds. They can't read signals. They can't read between the lines. Just be clear about what you need, what you want. That way they know. If you don't do that, chances are they don't know. I'm just saying. Sometimes people think that you're supposed to be able to, they're going to say something. You be like, well, what does that mean? Because I'm quick to say that. Because I don't know someone like, I don't know that. What does that mean? You need to explain that to me. So explain to people what you want them to know. That way they don't have an excuse for saying, you know what, I didn't know what you needed. Because they may not have. Just saying. Cancer. Moves or the possibility of having someone different living with you may be difficult at first. Don't let an incident at work play on your mind. You need to control your temper and deal with the situation rationally. Control the temper, Cancer. Be rational. If you cannot be rational at that moment, step back, take a second, go to your corner, think it through, and then come back and revisit it. Watch the temper. You need to deal with the situation rationally before it gets out of hand. In the way sometimes you have to step away. Let me step away for a second, gather my thoughts, and then come back and revisit the situation. That's all I'm saying. Leo, you can win points with children if you take the time to show interest in their accomplishments. You need time. You need to make things better. Contracts will not be lucrative as you think. Watch the contracts, Leo. Everything that look good ain't good. All that glitters ain't gold. So the contract you think may be really lucrative probably won't be today. And if you need some help, go consult a professional. Watch the coins. Virgo, most problems are a result of both people not living up to their promises. Disputes may start because of lack of honesty. Stop telling others about your problems. Nobody cares. I'm kidding. Listen, nobody wants to keep hearing the same thing over and over, Virgo. Stop telling people about your problems. Because here's the thing. I'm a solutions person. So I want to hear the problem one time, and then my thing is what's the solution to that? I don't like to hear problems. I don't whine, I don't complain, because I don't want to hear that stuff from other folks. So here's the thing. You come to me with an issue, my thing is, okay, so what we going to do about it? And I know a lot of times I do that. People hate it, but that's my thing. Like, they want to come and vent, right? So I'm going to let them get it out. Once it's out, now what's the next step? What you going to do about it? I don't want to keep hearing it over and over and over and over and over again. Even though sometimes I do say some things over again. That's because I'm a little bit confused about them. It's confusion. So it's different than being confusion and different than me just being complaining for no reason. Because I'm always seeking a solution. Like that, I'm a solution person. A lot of people hate that. Because they want to come to me, they want to keep talking about over and over. And I don't even want to hear that. Hey, oh, wow, really? Okay, so what you going to do about that? And they hate it. But it's who I am. I'm a solutions person. I don't want to dwell on the problems. Let's figure out the solution so we can move forward. All right? All right. All right, listen, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Michael Thyssen. You're listening to the Good Morning Gwinnett show. Stay tuned.
I could be lying and tell you you're fine. I could be lying the rest of the night, but I won't do it, no way, I'm saying so. I could pretend calling at 2. You don't deserve what he's putting you through. It's not your fault, though, no way I'm saying so. Promise you'll end it the second you can. Promise I'll be here to hold you, my friend. It's not your fault, though, no way I'm saying so. He's been seeing someone else. He's been paying for hotels. Oh, it breaks my heart to have to tell you this. And baby, I know it hurts. I know it hurts. The faster you realize, the quicker you learn. So don't be afraid to cry every tear you got inside. And baby, I know it hurts.
Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney giving you the daily horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Michael Thias. We're gonna pick it up with Libra. You will be prone to carelessness that could result in accidents. You will have no trouble getting things to fall into place. Get the red tape and the unwanted paperwork out of the way. Listen, Libra, get all the red tape out the way. Cut through the red tape. Get the paperwork out of the way. That way you can move forward. Okay, Scorpio. Try to curb your bad habits and compromise if your partner gives you an ultimatum. Your energetic nature and ability to initiate projects will add to your popularity. Avoid lending or borrowing. Here's the thing. If you can't afford to get it, if you can't afford to lose it, Scorpio, don't lend it. So the best thing to do is to avoid lending. If you can't pay it back, don't borrow it. Let me just say that part. Let me put that out there. If you can't afford to lose it, don't lend it. And if you can't pay it back, don't borrow it. So today is not a good day for you to borrow or lend. Just stay neutral right now. Sagittarius, it will do you some good. I don't know what that is, but it's going to do you some good. Your ability to converse with charm will entice someone you may have had an interest in for some time now. Okay, Sagittarius, who you had your eye on. You may want to make drastic changes concerning your personal partner. Ooh. So you got your eye on somebody, and then you got a partner. You want to make some, okay. I don't know what that means, Sagittarius. Be careful now. Be careful. The grass ain't always green on the other side. Let me just say that. You think it's green on the other side. It's not. It's some weeds over there. A whole lot of them probably. Watch yourself. Be careful now. Don't throw the good thing away thinking you're getting something better. I'm just saying. You had your eye on somebody for a while. Capricorn. Look into alternate means of supporting your financial burden. Sign up for tours or courses that will enlighten you. Remember that no one can walk through your door if there's someone standing in the doorway. Ooh-wee. I got to say that again. I might close it out with that. I need to write that down. No one can walk through your doorway if there's someone standing in the doorway. That means if you looking for somebody new to come through your door, Cap, you got to clear the doorway. It's a blockage. Somebody's standing in the way. And nobody can walk through that door if you got somebody standing there. Get rid of the past. Move it out the way. That's a good one. I like that. I might close my show out with that one. That's pretty good there. Aquarius, travel and entertainment will be pleasurable. You can work in conjunction with those in the know in order to get to the bottom of any pending issue. You may have a problem with someone you live with if you don't include them in your gatherings. Okay, listen, don't leave anybody out there, Aquarius. We all still, well, not all of us. Some of us are still sheltered in, so people feel left out. They already feeling alone and secluded and all that. Include them. Include them in your gathering, especially if they live with you. How can you not include the person that live with you in your gathering? Yeah, I don't get that part. That's a little rough. All right, and my fellow fish Pisces, Seminars will provide you with knowledge and amusement. You may want to take a look at your direction in life. Ain't that true? You need an outlet that will help you take your mind off your troubles at work. All right, listen, seminars. I've been taking workshops and seminars and webinars. I'm about webinared out. You hear me? I think I got one scheduled today. I definitely got one scheduled. I got a workshop this evening. I got one at 3:00, one at 6:30. I'm about webinared out, y'all. But anyway, for my fellow fish who's not webinared out, seminars will provide you with knowledge and amusement. So take you a seminar, go do a webinar, get online training, go. Just take some classes. All right? That's all the horoscopes I got for you today. Now let's get on to some news you can use. So we're going to kick it off with some state news first because this is important. So the Georgia Supreme Court Chief Justice will extend his statewide judicial emergency. So the emergency for the courts was supposed to end on May 13th. Nope, he has extended it to June 12th. So Chief Justice Harold D. Melton announced Monday that he will extend for another month the statewide judicial emergency, which is due to expire on May 13th. Under an order, Melton plans to sign a letter later this week. The emergency, initially declared on March 14th, will be extended for a second time until Friday, June 12th at 11:59 p.m. It was originally due to expire on April 13th, but Milton extended it to May. Now he's extended it to June. See, the thing is, you got to go to court. It's a lot of people. Let me tell you, I don't know if you've ever been over to GJAC during a regular day, but I've had some meetings over there, and when you go over there, it's like a ton of people everywhere. It's a lot of folks. And then you got to sit in court, and you can't tell people to 6 feet apart when you got 300 people in the courtroom. It's not going to happen. And then if you can't do that, then you got to limit the number of people that's coming in. That's more manpower. It's a lot. So he has said, nope, we're not going back to court as usual. Right now, we're going to use this technology to do things. Civil and jury cases, criminal and civil jury cases are continuing to be suspended. The other things that they can do with technology, they're going to do that. But for the most part, no court for you. And I get it because right now, I get it. So let's look at the state of COVID, where we are right now in the state of Georgia and in Gwinnett County. So right now in the state of Georgia, there has been 29,462 confirmed cases here in Georgia. We have had 1,294 ICU admissions, 5,550 hospitalizations, 1,253 deaths. 1,253 deaths. That's how many we have. Let's go by county. We're going to give you the top 6 or 7 counties, which we are in the top 6 or 7 counties, unfortunately. Fulton County, 3,060 cases confirmed, 129 deaths. DeKalb County, 2,260 cases confirmed, 58 deaths. Gwinnett County, 2,061 cases confirmed, 68 deaths. Cobb County, 1,848 cases confirmed, 101 deaths. Hall County, 1,781 cases, 23 deaths. Dougherty County, which is my home county, they didn't have a case yesterday. They didn't have a death, thank God. 1,543 confirmed cases, 125 deaths. Clayton County, 804 confirmed cases, 32 deaths. In Henry County, 527 cases, 13 deaths. So it looks like it's slacking off a little bit, which I'm happy to see that it is. Sumter County got quite a few deaths. Sumter County is 390 cases, 29 deaths. That's a lot, especially when it's such a small amount of people. So what's going on there? Same thing with Bartow. Bartow got 344 cases, 31 deaths. So this is even smaller. Mitchell County got 329 cases, 33 deaths. So, I mean, it's still happening. It's crazy because in the beginning, these smaller counties like this, or counties, it wasn't that many cases. Some of these have jumped a lot. Like I've been following them. Some of them have jumped a lot. You know what I mean? Still got to stay safe. I know we're open for business, but we're not really open yet, in my opinion. We're not really ready to be open yet. And that's just my opinion. I know other people would beg to differ. I was telling somebody, I may have even said it yesterday on the show. It's like we're caught in a bad catch-22, right? You kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like if you don't go back to work, you're struggling financially. If you do go back to work, you're really trying to fight to keep your life. You know what I mean? So it's a terrible place to be. It's a really terrible place to be. And I feel bad for those who have to go out and put their lives in danger. But it's a terrible place to be, and I get it. I understand we want to get back to life, and I get all that. So my opinion is just stay safe. I can't even go back and forth because I know that there are some people who just really need to get out there and get that money. I get that. I need to get out there and get it. Heck, I need my clients to show up. You know what I mean? But people are not spending like they used to because the funds just aren't there. So right now, I'm working on the pivot. I'm like everybody else. I'm working on the pivot. So I get it. And I'm not being insensitive to financial needs. I'm just, I've lost 3 people so far. And preferably I don't lose any more to COVID-19, which is just like, I just call it an invisible war. It's like trying to fight the invisible man. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Just be safe. Just be safe. That's all I can say at this point. Wear your mask. I got a customized Good Morning Gwinnett mask coming in the mail, y'all. Y'all got to see it. I saw it yesterday. And that's so crazy, right? You get excited about getting a mask. I'm excited because it's so cute. Yeah, one of my clients, I told you about him yesterday. His name is Lamar Clark. He has a t-shirt printing company, but he pivoted. He started making custom masks, and my mask is so freaking cute. I can't wait to get it. Because when I do go out, I always have on a mask. I have on the N95. If you guys have never worn the N95, it is very hot. We have the N95s here in my house, and I'm sure it protects well, but it is really hot. So when you go out there and you're trying to breathe with the N95, I'm like, oh my God, this thing is so hot. I had to take my mom to the ER on Sunday, and she had on the N95, and it's hot, and it's big. And so at the ER, they asked her, did she want to take it off and put on one of the little thin little masks? And we were like, no, she'll keep that one on, please. I know it's big and bulky and it's cumbersome, but she's going to keep that one on. Like, yeah, we just going to leave her with that one on because it's hot. Speaking of masks, there's a young girl. She's in the 4-H club, uses achievement skills to make masks for children. Isn't that cute? She's actually sewing, y'all. And I just had to tell you the story. It's not a Gwinnett story, but it is a good story. Saying with the current shortage of personal protective equipment such as masks, children visiting the hospital for emergency do not have the proper protection from COVID-19. Emma Wilson, a 10-year-old from Hancock County, is using her 4-H project achievement skills to help sewing masks specifically for children. So she went to 4-H. I used to love 4-H when I was a little girl. I was in 4-H. Let me tell y'all this quick story, right? So when I was in 4-H, I had to make some Butterfinger cookies, right? They had to look like fingers, though. I'm never going to forget this. And my cousin, her name is Dean. She's 6 years older than me. She helped me make these Butterfinger cookies. I was so excited. I don't know, was I in a contest? I just remember making the Butterfinger cookies because 4-H was really nice. 4-H taught you things, and I was in 4-H. So little Emma here has learned how to sew in 4-H. And she's using her skills from 4-H to make masks for children. Isn't that nice? That's really cool. She said, it says, I have several family members who work in the medical field, Emma said. My uncle, who is in the ER, a nurse, told me about all the children coming into the ER with injuries because they're out of school and playing more. They out of school and playing more. They supposed to be in class, even though they're not physically at the school. What are they doing playing? They were coming to the ER without masks and being exposed to COVID-19 patients in the hospital. In response to that, she said she started her mask company, Keep Kids Safe Project. That's her project, Keep Kids Safe Project. Using Centers for Disease Control and Prevention guidelines and surgical mask patterns, she created a CDC-approved cotton mask made specifically to fit children. The mask is washable, which allows it to be worn multiple times. See what I'm saying? Little Emma got her a little business, y'all. I don't know if it's a business yet, but yeah. So right now, to date, she has made 40 masks and has set a personal goal of creating 100 per month. Okay, Emma, you're going to have a little team going on, aren't you? 100 a month, that's a lot. She must got a little sewing team. Her little 4-H girls, they all probably over there sewing masks at homes. She has donated masks to 2 local hospitals and has received requests from schools, churches, and medical professionals. Go ahead, Emma. Do your thing, girl. Help us out. That's the power of 4-H, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. I used to love 4-H. It was my thing. Emma's sewing skills and her passion allowed her to win first place at the Creative Stitchery for the 2020 Georgia 4-H Jump Junior Project Achievement. Her project focused on improving horse braiding pouches. Okay, so Emma is 4-H is really helping Emma, boy. She had her project focused on improving horse braiding pouches for her English and fox horses during show competitions, which often require the horses to be maned. The horses' manes to be braided. Okay, listen. 4-H. Put your kids in 4-H. I love 4-H. I do. All right, so let's give Emma a round of applause. She's thinking of the children because they don't really have means to keep their little bases. But she's thinking of the children. Kudos to you, Emma. Keep up the good work. Yeah. I'm telling you, because that N95 is hot. It is hot. You hear me? But she's doing something different. Yes, go ahead. All right, so listen, I'm going to come back and talk about the Mall of Georgia and Sugarloaf Mills Mall. You know, the malls reopened, and so I don't think they got the rush that they were expecting, but I'll tell you more about that when I come back after this song.
You know the drama.
So, you know, the malls reopened yesterday. And I think that a lot of people thought that people were going to be rushing to the mall, but they didn't. It was pretty light, according to some news sources from Gwinnett Daily Post. Wearing masks on their faces, Gainesville resident Ricky and Shelley Warren came to the Mall of Georgia to try and find a gift for for her birthday. And so when she got there, some of the stores were still closed. Like, she was hoping that a couple of stores that she liked was open, like Bed and Body Works. They were closed. Bed and Bath Works, they were still closed. And she was like, they were closed. A lot of the stores, like, people, even though the mall is open, some of those places, like, I'm not, because here's the thing, think about this for a second, right? So you're a business owner, you want to open for business, and I've heard this question being posed, and I still have not heard a definitive answer on how this is to be handled. So you have a business owner, a brick and mortar, people walk into your brick and mortar, they walk out, they bump into somebody, maybe that person has COVID virus, maybe they don't, but they go home and they have COVID virus, and they blame it on your business. What happens? can you get sued? And I've heard this question been asked many times, and I heard someone say, well, you can't prove that they got it there, but you can't prove that they didn't. That's the problem. So some people are taking that very seriously. My daughter told me she went to she said she drove by her nail salon. She didn't go get her nails done, but she stuck her head inside to say hi to her nail technician and the owner of the nail salon. She said they literally had like fiberglass booth around the nail chairs. Like the only thing they could see is your fingers. Like she said, it was like they were enclosing like these pipe. They have taken the time at that salon to build straight up booths around the seats. So when you sit down in the seat, there is a booth around you, and the only thing sticking out are your hands. And so, but they value their business and they value their customers, and they was like, we're gonna do what we gotta do, and I get it. So I can almost feel comfortable going into a place like that because I know that when I walk in there, I'm sitting in a booth, and all you got is my fingers. And I know once my fingers get done, now I hardly really go to get my nails done. My toenails I do, my fingernails I don't. But I can feel comfortable knowing, okay, all I got to do now is get up and go wash my hands for 20 seconds because you just did my nails. I could be okay with that. Like, I could see myself probably going there later. Not yet. I'm still not there yet. But later I can because they have taken the necessary precautions and make sure that I'm safe. You know what I mean? So a lot of the stores at the mall said, you know what, we're not ready yet. Yeah. Yep. They said, for example, at the Mall of Georgia, where there are thousands of parking spaces, there were only a few dozen cars in front of the mall's main entrance. Yep. Only a few in front of Macy's. Because people, seriously, what's the mandatory about going to the mall? To spend some money you ain't really got anyway, better hold that money. You don't know what your money's looking. Now, unless you got the money, then go to the mall, do what you gotta do. But for the most part, most people like, I ain't going to no mall. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to have some money coming in. J.C. Penney's was closed. Dillard's was closed. Yeah. Yep. That was, they were closed. Supposed to open today. But we'll see. I know it's going to tick back up. It's just not there yet. We're not there yet, y'all. We trying to get there. We just aren't there yet. So, and I know those who like to go to the mall, they're going to go anyway. So do your thing. A lot of people saying we're not. Gwinnett County reopening dog parks today, so the dog parks are opening. So you want to take your dog to the park, that's open. So the Gwinnett County is slowly beginning opening areas of the county parks that have been closed because of COVID-19 virus pandemic starting this week with the dog parks. The county officials announced dog parks counties will open today. There are 11 county parks that include dog parks, officials said. So they're going to open up the parks. So let me see if they got the parks. Here are the parks that have dog parks. Alexander Park, that park is right around the corner from me on one side. Graves Park, Harbins Park, J.B. Williams Park, Lenora Park, McDaniel Farm Park, Picnickville Park, Rabbit Hill Park, Rock Springs Park, Ronald Reagan Park, and Settles Bridge Park. All of these parks have dog parks inside, and they're going to be opening starting today. Visitors cannot bring listen, this is what you can't do. You can bring your dog, but this is what you cannot do. Do not bring dog toys or balls. And dogs must only drink out of the water bowl that you provide for them. They cannot drink out of just the one because here's the thing. They have found that dogs can catch the virus. So if a dog can catch the virus and pass it on, now they say they haven't found whether or not they could pass it on to you, but you could definitely pass it on to them. So because they have not found out whether they can pass it on you, doesn't mean it can't happen. So they want to be you bring your own dog bowl of water so they can drink out of their bowl of water. Anyone who has a sick dog is asked not to visit the park. Don't bring your dog. They also give you like a time in the dog park. 10 people and 10 dogs. They got to still follow the social distancing, staying 6 feet apart at all times, wear their face masks as much as possible, and practice coughing and sneezing etiquette, and wash your hands as much as possible. So you can bring your dog to the dog park. They don't want more than 10 people in the park with their dogs at one time. Your dog have to drink out their own water bowls, and do not bring toys and balls to the park. Right? So just abide by the rules, and you should be okay. I'm just saying. A lot of times people don't follow the rules. That's where they get into trouble at. That's why this thing is spread so much. It's going to spread some more, but preferably not. All right, let's get on to some other news. Okay, so 4 candidates will compete for Little Bern City Council post 4. Yeah. There's a debate coming up too. I'm going to have more information about that. I think it's for the state senate, but I have more information about that tomorrow. I don't think it's today. But anyway, 4 candidates will compete for Little Bern City Council post 4 during the special election that will be held on May 19th. All Little Bern registered voters can participate in the upcoming special election. Residents can cast their votes by absentee ballot during advanced voting from 8:30 to 5 p.m. from now until May the 15th, or on the day of election from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., which is May 19th. So there's a special election. You can cast your ballot. All in-person voting will take place at the Little Bern City Hall, located at 340 Main Street. A number of special measures will be in place to ensure the safety of poll workers and voters. For more information about this, you can go to www.cityoflilburn.com/178/elections. Again, www.cityoflilburn.com/178/election, or you can give them a call, 770-638-2226, 770-638-2226. So if you want to vote in a special election, you can. You can vote from now up until May the 15th. Early advanced voting 8:30 to 5 p.m. You can do that by going to Little Bern City Hall, 340 Main Street, and that's in Little Bern. You can also vote on the day of the election, which is May 19th, from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. But if you want to cast your absentee ballot, you can do that as well. Okay, you can do that as well. And again, for more information, call 770-638-2226. All right, listen, I'm going to my last song. I'll be back after this song to give you my inspiration for the day. All right, stay tuned. and that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you my word of inspiration. Here it goes. Visions are worth fighting for. Why spend your life making someone else's dreams? Tim Burton said that, and he was absolutely right. Visions are worth fighting for. Listen, I don't care what it is you think you cannot do. I tell you can. If it's your vision, if you can see it, you can do it. Trust me when I tell you that. God gave me a vision in 1999 to create the first plus-size fashion doll. I had no idea why. I was just so excited he had given me that. I mean, the first plus-size fashion. I can't remember what I was doing when he gave it to me. But he put the vision in my mind, and I hit the ground running. So I'm the inventor of the first plus-size fashion doll. Now, we got a lot of pushback. Like, people were saying, man, who wants to buy a fat doll? My dolls, those dolls, have a fan club on Facebook started by a guy in Texas named Alex. What is his name? His name is Alex. Can't think of his last name. But they have a whole fan club. So the doll it was three of them: Deja, Dina, and Dawn. Deja is my black doll. Dina is my Hispanic doll, and Dawn is my white doll. And when I tell you, people went crazy for those dolls. The problem is I was too green as a business owner. I call that my first real business, because not only did I have the idea, I had to figure out how to get the doll manufactured. It was like an idea in my head, right? I had to come up with the concept of what she looked like. I had to come up with the concept of the three dolls at once. It was crazy. And, when I look back now, if I just had $1 and I just rolled that $1, the company probably still would have been around, but I had $3 at once. That's me. I'm always doing things too big, too soon. But that was a vision that God had given me. And that vision was worth fighting for. And to this day, I really would like to know how to manufacture in the States. I haven't put a lot of time and effort into it. But the dolls will be 21 years old this year, because remember, it was an idea that was born in 1999, right? I call it my first real business. I had to learn how to raise money. I spent a year on Wall Street trying to figure out how to raise money, talking to investors, talking to people who was trying to scam me, talking to people who was trying to take the business from me. It was crazy. It was crazy. And so, I have that experience, but that was a vision. When I tell you that nobody can tell me that a vision, think about what you're sitting on right now. That was a vision. You're sitting on a chair, right? That was a vision that somebody had, because before then, people were sitting on the ground. They were sitting on rocks. But God gave them a vision to create this thing called a chair. And thank God, because now we don't have to sit on the ground. This microphone that I'm talking to you on right now, that was a vision. The telephones that you hold in your hands everywhere we go, that was a vision, y'all. So you can't tell me that your visions are not worth fighting for, because they are. But you have to believe in them enough. That's the problem. Like, people don't believe in their visions. They don't believe in themselves. That's the real issue. Because you look around, everything you see was once a vision for somebody. Paper was a vision for somebody. The plastic water bottles that you carry was a vision for somebody. The umbrella that you put over your head when it rains was a vision for somebody. I remember when I started the doll company, I went to a meeting with the guy, and all he did was create things. I thought that was the best thing ever. Like, he had the best job in the world, because he was charged with just creating stuff, right? I needed that job. I should have joined. Had I had the sense that I have now, then I would have joined forces with him. We would have been creating tons of, because God gives me so many ideas you would not believe, and I want to execute on all of them, but I can't. But his name was Gary, and I met Gary. And Gary, he was the inventor of I don't know if you remember this, but he was the inventor of the pen, the writing pen that folded flat. He invented that. He was the inventor of the Gustbuster umbrella, right? So the Gustbuster umbrella, when you go outside and the wind goes up under your umbrella, and normally when it does it, it flips the umbrella up. Well, Gary decided, why don't we just put some holes inside the umbrella and put a flap over the top of the hole, so now when the wind go up under the umbrella, it just shoots out the hole and you still don't get wet. Well, Gary invented that. He invented that the Gustbuster umbrella. He invented the flat pen. His job was to invent stuff, right? Everything was a vision. He told me about a gentleman he had worked with. His name was Stanley. Guess what Stanley invented, y'all? The squeeze bottle for the ketchup. He also invented the rubber gloves for dishwashing. And when the rubber glove didn't work out as well, he went back and put bumps on the glove so plates would stop slipping out people's hands who wore the rubber gloves for dishwashing. Trust me when I tell you, your vision is worth fighting for, but you just gotta have the guts and the wherewithal to stick with it. It's tough. I'm not gonna lie. I've been doing this for 23 years. It is tough. It is tough to follow that vision. And you gotta have that toughness to do it, because it will beat you down if you don't. And I still get a whooping. I get a whooping at least once a week. But I can't imagine my life doing anything else. I can't really imagine my life, doing stuff that doesn't make me happy. This is what I do. And I've been doing it for 23 years, and I can't see me doing anything else. So listen, I hope that inspired you to understand that your vision is worth fighting for. I really, really do. And if you got time right now because you're sitting home, because you're still sheltered in, this is an opportunity to spend that time researching your dream. I was up late. I'm so sleepy. I was up about 3 o'clock this morning because I'm launching something new with Good Morning Gwinnett. I'm excited about it, but I can't tell you until probably next week because everything will be ready to go. But it was a vision. It was a vision that God gave me last week to do. No, was it last week? Week before last. He gave me, and I woke up that morning telling my daughter I was so excited. She's like, "Wow, that's really cool." And it's all a part of building out this brand. So last night I was up designing packages and all this because it's a product. So I was up and on the line finding all the different companies I need to work with. So I'm doing. It was like to 2 or 3 o'clock this morning. So I am super duper tired. It's okay though. I'm going to eat some breakfast. I'm going to get my second win. But again, that was a vision I had, and I know I have to carry it out. And what really gave me the idea that my confirmation was that I got something in the mail, and I opened it up and it was butterflies on everything, and I was like, holy crap. So I felt really good after. It was unexpected. Now I had asked for a sign. I didn't say what the sign was, but the universe knows my sign is always butterflies. Always butterflies. I opened up the envelope and I started to throw it in the garbage because I knew it was something that was asking me for some money or something. And I said to my husband, this is somebody asking for some money. But something said, open the envelope. And when I opened it, it was full of butterflies. Everything on it was butterflies. And I was like, holy crap. And it was a purple envelope. So, I know my vision for this thing that I'm about to add to Good Morning Gwinnett is a great thing. It's a package good. I'm excited about that. So fight for your dreams, right? Fight for your vision. Or else you're gonna just grow somebody else's. It's your choice now. I'm just saying. That's all I got for you. Thank you so much for listening. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last 49 minutes with me, and I appreciate you so much. So much. If you missed any episode of this show, go to goodmorninggwinnett.com and listen to past episodes. Be sure to share the show with your friends. Download the app from the app stores. Follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Twitter at GM Gwinnett. And also make sure to subscribe to the show on your favorite listening platform, whether it be iTunes, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, iHeart, or Amazon. Thank you so much for listening. I'll be back again tomorrow, 10 o'clock, same time, same place. Stay safe. Stay safe, y'all. And until next time, make it a great day. Bye now.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you missed an episode, go to www.goodmorninggwinnett.com to catch up. If you liked this episode, subscribe to the show now and share it with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit www.noisemedia.us.